Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com as well as your Weather Authority app. I'm meteorologist Josh Marsons, and this is your Monday forecast update. The heat and humidity that built in over the weekend kind of going away today as we do have a slow-moving cold front that will move through. So the trade-off today, that goes away, but we are going to be dealing with rain for much of the day here, and it could be heavy rain at times, in fact, with the rain that we've had ongoing here overnight across the north end of the Arklatex radar. Kind of guesstimating we've seen about 1 to 3 inches of rainfall with the heaviest amounts across McCurtain County. So at this point, we do not have any flash flooding in the Arklatex, and don't expect that today, but there very well could be a few areas that maybe pick up 3, maybe a little over 3 inches of rain later this morning and through the afternoon. So this line of storms here, not really too many storms. We don't have a ton of lightning with this activity, but it is kind of pushing into the I-20 corridor. So for the morning commute, all indications kind of point that the heaviest rain will be from Carthage, Shreveport, Minden, maybe down into Mansfield as well. Now this initial round of storms here is kind of weakening out, but it will kind of redevelop a bit this afternoon as the temperatures here will have a chance to warm up out ahead of some of the rainfall. But where we've had the rain tonight, our temperatures in the 60s, so it'll be a little bit cooler today across the I-30 corridor, and low 70s for the rest of us. And we don't have much wind, so when you walk outside this morning, you're not going to feel that gusty south wind. And because we don't have the wind at the surface here, our severe weather threat is relatively low. We don't have the strong surface winds. We don't have the strong winds aloft, so that's kind of going to keep a lid on the severe weather threat today. That said, the Storm Prediction Center does have basically I-20 and southward here in Texas and Louisiana in their marginal risk outlook. I would say any storms that kind of get going here from 11 to about 3 p.m. That would be the window where we could see maybe a large hail or just one damaging wind gust. So severe weather is not expected. By definition, that marginal risk means somewhere in the outlook area here we could see 1 to 2 severe storms. So again, the overall severe weather threat compared to what we've been used to over the last 5 to 6 weeks or so will be comparatively lower today. But the threat of seeing some heavy rain pretty high. Here's a look at your Robinstead Featurecast. Does take the rain into the I-20 corridor by sunrise, and notice this initial round kind of weakens out a bit. We talked about maybe a little lull mid to late morning, but the warm temperatures that will build out ahead of the front here will cause some redevelopment of these showers and storms this afternoon. So the afternoon rain is mainly going to be focused I-20 and southward here. Notice I-30, you folks will really dry out for the afternoon commute today, but we can't rule out some rain continuing in Shreveport through sunset tonight. We'll likely see some rain tonight in Natchitoches as well as Manny, but we get into your Tuesday. We'll start out with some morning clouds tomorrow, maybe just an isolated shower early in the day, but there's the sunshine and just some glorious weather taking over tomorrow. The humidity will be much lower Tuesday and Wednesday as well, and maybe a few more days with temperatures in the 70s, so we get some nice spring-like weather back for the next few days here. Rainfall yet to come. It's not going to include some of the rain that's fallen this morning. We know 1 to 3 inches of rain from Mount Pleasant to Idabel and DeQueen and Texarkana. Now the rainfall to come after sunrise here, we're showing a lot of areas 1 to 2 inches of rain. You get the yellow in the map there, and that's indicating maybe 2 to 3 inches of rain with some isolated higher amounts. Again, we get 2 to 3 inches of rain. Ground should soak that up, but we can't rule out maybe just some localized flooding of those poor drainage areas and some of the roadways. Temperatures will be held in check today for sure with the rain and clouds. Will be in the 70s, so we'll feel much better today. You'll feel the humidity start to go away this afternoon as well as this evening as that north wind kicks in and kind of pushes the humidity out of here, and we'll keep with that low humidity tomorrow and Wednesday. Tomorrow and Wednesday by far the nicest weather days of the week. We'll start to warm it back up Thursday, Friday, and we do have a couple of storms on the way this weekend. Right now I have the rain chance fairly low. There's some uncertainty whether or not we'll see any kind of severe weather threat here, but it does appear maybe some of the ingredients will be there, so it bears watching, and of course we'll keep you updated on that as we continue through the week.